I'll bet this is where Object 186... The glass panels separate this room from the conveyor track. The drawing on this paper looks... This computer system probably controls the inventory items. Looks like I'll have to do this manually. By clicking and dragging a numbered item on the screen, I'll have to create a path for item 186 to reach the transfer tunnel. Well, here goes. Well, it seemed to do the trick. Now I just gotta find out where the power cell ended up. Those doors lead in. Those doors. This computer system. I don't know what this is, but it's gotta be what Malloy wanted. That door. I get back to my speeder and set a course for home. Having the power cell with me is eerie, like I'm carrying an urn full of someone's ashes. Was it actually constructed in some distant galaxy? What's its purpose? What would a hand grenade look like to someone on another planet? I unlock the door to my office 4 hours later, stumble into the bedroom, and hit the bed face first. After a long nap, I lift my mashed face from the mattress and push my aching body up from the bed. Like it or not, there's still a lot of work to do. My first priority is to break the code on Malloy's disk. I have the feeling the contents will give me a few answers.
Hey, Murph, I'm calling from Bermuda. It's me, Archie. I just wanted to call and say thanks for the tip you left me. You were right. Someone broke into the shop and wrecked everything. But who cares? I'm in Bermuda. I rented a boat today, and I'm going to the Bermuda Triangle. I gotta go. Thanks again, Murph.
Had to have been Clinton. Now, she was an alien. Well, I'm glad Archie's safe and sound. If only the rest of us were so lucky. My new vid phone is essential to my business. Thank goodness it's easy to operate.
Murphy, I've got the printout of your anagrams. Give me a call.
Hey, Chelsea here. Don't you ever come back to your office? I don't know, it makes me kind of worried. Anyway, I just wanted to tell you that I'll be home in the next day or two, and I am feeling back to normal. It'll be good to see you. Bye.
Got my message?
Yeah, and your file. I don't think you know how much you were asking from me.
Sure I do. I just got a lot of faith in you. So you ready to trade?
Can you fax the printout of the anagrams over here to my office?
No problem. But I prefer that you not fax the file here. I'd rather have the real thing. If you can hang around your office for a bit, I'll send the express courier over and pick it up.
All right, but make it snappy. I don't want to hold on to this any longer than I have to.
Murphy.
You have a fax. You have a fax.
Well, I'll be darned. The fax machine's... Luckily, Purnell only included the anagram combinations that were made up completely of actual words. After looking through the list, only one anagram jumps out at me. Merge the 4 rare cases to see maps. Maybe there's a password somewhere in there. Looks as though this Elijah Witt has one of Malloy's boxes, and he doesn't sound like the kind of guy who'll just hand it over to a stranger. Regardless, I have to start by finding out where Witt lives, and all I've got to go on is his phone number. That's pretty small. But I guess video phone call tracers don't need to be very big. This guy must be the...
What can I help you with?
Well, I hope my new purchase will help me out.
Can I help you with something?
Dad?
Who the hell are you?
I'm your long-lost son. Gosh, it's so good to finally meet you.
This some kind of a sick joke? I don't have a son.
Well, let me see if I can refresh your memory, Dad. Little bar in Omaha, Fifth of Wild Turkey, karaoke machine.
Who is your mother?
I actually never knew my mother. I was abandoned in an orphanage with only a small blanket and your name written on a cocktail napkin. I've dedicated my life to finding you.
You expect me to believe that cock and bull story? Who are you?
Okay. My name's Murphy. I'm calling as a mutual friend of Thomas Malloy.
If that's the case, then why all this crap about being my son?
I had to make sure you weren't an imposter. Malloy told me that you had no sons and always used the phrase cock and bull.
What do you know about Malloy? And make it good. You're wasting my time.
Well, he was killed before he could get a certain computer disk to you. I broke the code on it. It was merge the 4 rare cases to see maps, an anagram of the title, There Are Messages from Outer Space. That's how I got this number.
How did you end up with a disc meant for me?
That's not important. What is important is the message Malloy wanted to give you. Meet me at the Imperial Lounge in New San Francisco in 2 hours. If Witt takes the bait, and I'm betting he will, it should give me enough time to look around his place. The address displayed on the call tracer is in Vancouver, BC. On the flight up, I probably passed Witt, who's headed to the Imperial Lounge. I tracked down Witt's address to a high-rise residential building. I get inside and pick the lock to the apartment. Immediately, an alarm goes off. The foliage is a... It appears to be a switch. Well, it's authentic stone masks. Always an acceptable last resort for Halloween. It appears to be a switch. Plants are an important component to almost any decor. Plants are an... It appears to be a switch. Whoa. The bamboo poles are a decorative masterstroke. Sounds like I got that alarm turned off. Like a book on the Mayan calendar. I personally prefer calendars of the Sports Illustrated variety. That wall hanging has some interesting symbols on it, but I can't make out what they are from here. It's just out of reach. Well, the bed looks large and comfy. These notes look interesting. Looks like Whit made some notes about opening the box Malloy sent to him. According to this, he seemed to think that he'd have to figure out a Mayan date, then what that date would be on a modern calendar. If Louis was right, this book should help me figure out what the letter says. Those are sharp dressers. Those are sharp dressers. A pair of tweezers. Just the thing for refining my unruly eyebrows. Those are It's a large stone head. I hope it's valuable, because it sure ain't pretty. The foliage is a pleasant addition to Whit's apartment. This diamond pattern is different from the others. A heat-resistant foil packet. Keeps the hot side hot and the cool side cool.
Yow! That is hot!
Now there's no lock on the drawer. Appears to be a scrapbook. The statue in this photo looks remarkably like the one over by the fireplace. Looks like a number chart of some sort. This stone figure looks interesting. Looks like Mr. Stone here has a keyhole for a belly button.